Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of F1 25. Previously I promised that I will make a video on F1 25 since F1 is my favorite motorsport IRL, and also I bought this year's game because it's frantically good even though the AI is a bit as always with EAs, right? Anyways, welcome to the video on F1 25. Just want to inform you guys, I actually have played one season of my not my team career mode, driver career mode, in which I won a world championship for world drivers and also constructors with McLaren. So now we are on the second season and we are going to Australian Grand Prix. Just to recap before we start, our Australian Grand Prix is for the first season I won world drivers championship and McLaren won world constructor championship, and that's because I put AI on very low, which is 75. But now for the next season I increased to 5 difficulty, which is go to 80. So my goal is to increase 5 difficulties of AI as time goes on, as the next season goes on. We'll see how it goes. So now it will be on 80 difficulty for the second season, not 110. I wish I could do 110, but I'm still like trying to get used with the F1 games and all mechanics and all. So yeah, it will be 80 for now, but hopefully I can increase anytime soon. To recap, I signed multi-year contract with McLaren, so that means I will stay till the season 4 for the with McLaren teams. I won't be leaving to anywhere except if McLaren fall down and other teams approach me, then I will see how it goes. Also other news is Lewis Hamilton retired after first season, which is like Ferrari sucks, man. The car is damn bad, so like I'm out. And Lando Norris, in which the seat I took from him to with Oscar Piastri alongside me, he joined Ferrari now and now become partner with Charles Leclerc in Ferrari. So let's see how good is he is gonna be. um Other than that, Lance Stroll is out from Aston Martin, which is quite shocking because in IRL he would never do that because his dad owns the team, right? But in this game it's quite unrealistic a bit because he's out from F1 and then he's being replaced by Franco Colapinto, in which IRL he's in Alpine. So yeah, that's what happens in the driver transfer for the second season. As for the R&D status, McLaren is the top of the leaderboard for the R&Ds, as we keep a lot of R&Ds, a lot of upgrades we still kept for the regulation change for the second season. We managed to keep it. So McLaren is still on top of the R&D, and it seems to be catching up. Ferrari and Mercedes is catching up to McLaren. So we'll see how it gonna go as far further to the series, to the second season. And also I already done the qualifying. I'm sorry I forgot to record the qualifying, but I managed to get 5th place. I believe Charles Leclerc got pole position and Lando in second, I think, but we're gonna see how the starting grid is gonna be after this. So without further ado, let's get on to the Australian Grand Prix.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Piastri, Murphy and Sainz, Hulkenberg, Russell, Antonelli and Yuki Tsunoda, Albon, Ocon, Jack Doohan and Gasly, Colapinto, Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto and Fernando Alonso. Lawson and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Alright, welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. So the strategy is 7 laps of soft, 8 medium, 6 soft and 9 hard. So I guess we're gonna go ahead with the default strategy with 7 soft and 8 mediums, and let's start the race. All cars are on the grid now. We are waiting. We are heading for the 5 red lights here for the Australian Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go, and we have a very good start right now. Charles Leclerc is leading right ahead of Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen side by side. We're gonna try right the outside into our teammate Oscar Piastri. Right outside, right there. We're heading into the 4th place right now. Right behind, in front of us is Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. We're going right with the outside once again. Oh, there's a bit of touch with Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Right behind, and there's a yellow flag right behind, and we are on the 2nd place right now. Lando Norris is currently dropping behind Max Verstappen, and it seems Lando Norris is out of the race. So let's take a look at this replay right here. Of course, we are heading right out the outside. We actually didn't give a space, so I'm taking blame for that because we didn't leave a space right there. Even Max didn't give a space and causing Lando to be stuck in the middle, and he doesn't have anywhere to go, and causing the damage into probably his internal engine, causing his car cannot continue moving forward. That's just a bad luck from Norris, and also really sorry to Norris because I didn't give it quite a space because just dive bomb out right the outside of the track right there. But yeah, Lando Norris, it's just a shame for him. It's his first race after returning back to F1 in Ferrari. But hopefully he can come back for the next race. But anyways, let's head over to the 2nd lap of the race right now. We are ahead in front of Charles Leclerc. At this point, we are catching up of him. We are 4 tenths out of him. We're trying to guide down the outside, but we're almost touching a bit touch of Charles Leclerc right there. We're heading towards this turn 4, and we're heading catching up to Charles Leclerc. At this point, we are using we almost outside of the track grass right there. We're trying to overtake him. We get purple sector 1. We're trying to catching up to the Charles Leclerc. Our DRS is going to enable this lap, so we're gonna use the DRS, trying to gain into Charles Leclerc. We're trying to use overtake button. We managed to overtake Charles Leclerc. Just a little bit of touch right there. We have a little bit warning of touching Charles Leclerc right there, but we managed to stay in front. We are now P1 in the leaderboard. At this moment, we are now leading the Australian Grand Prix, and we're heading to the final to the last turns of the Melbourne circuit right now, and we are going to get our fastest lap, and that is we're currently trying to get away from Leclerc and also Verstappen, as well as they are going to having DRS right behind us. As we are now on the lap 4, we are still leading, but Charles Leclerc is right ahead. He's going faster at this point, and we are almost having a lost touch of the car. The tire is going to increase, and Charles Leclerc is trying to overtake right the outside of the track, but we're trying to defend the position really well. And Verstappen is currently joining the party as well as he's behind Charles Leclerc, and Leclerc is literally right behind us with 4 tenths, and I'm pretty sure he is about to overtake us because of the AI speed over the straight lines is just OP, and being trying to conserve the battery, just trying to get away with him. But here he comes with the DRS, with the ERS as well. With the AI straight line, no speed, no talent, as one of the YouTubers, I forgot his name is, but it's like that. We almost get out of the track right here, almost lose out of the control of the car. Verstappen is trying to overtake us, and we are also catching up to Charles Leclerc right behind us, like in front of us, I'm sorry. And we're trying, but the tire is currently going to reduce, and we need to pit in the next few laps. We are going to pit on lap 7 or lap 8 to pit for medium tires, and we are approaching the pit window right now in the next 2 or 3 laps, as we are still catching up to Charles Leclerc. We almost lose our rears there, as our wear on rear tires is currently having a high wear at this point. Trying to gain to Charles Leclerc, but he's just way too fast. He's just way having a lot of battery keeping energy inside of him. We're almost also losing our cars there as well. Um, but we're trying to get away from Verstappen as well, because Verstappen is currently gaining and gaining and gaining right behind us with his medium tires, because the medium tires wearing is not that much as soft tire users or drivers right now. So we're currently gaining and gaining, trying to catch to Charles Leclerc, but at this point it is no use, and we're still right behind Charles Leclerc until for some few laps. We are heading to lap 6 as we are catching up to Charles Leclerc. Unfortunately, we're having a bit of, quite high tire wear on our rears at this point, and we're trying to gain to him, but we lost the DRS on the almost to the 7th lap. But Oscar Piastri, it seems that he's going to do undercut towards us, because he's going into the pits early, 1 lap earlier than us, and he's going to change to hot tires, it seems. And we almost lost the rear again because our high wear tires on the rears. As we are heading into the next turn, we are losing the car at this point. The tire wear is just too much. We have to pit in this lap. Charles Leclerc is just going forward. His medium tire is currently gaining away, while Verstappen is just right behind me with just 0.2 of a second. He's about to get DRS. He's about to overtake us on this turn. Yeah, we have to pit on this lap, guys. We have to pit on this lap, but we're still trying to defend here. Still trying to defend our position here on this turn into the next turn, and then we're gonna nail the exit there. But unfortunately, Verstappen is just too speed with his medium tires, and he's failing our objectives. But we still managed to a bit of hitting the curbs right there, but we managed to keep our car, and Verstappen is kind of a bit of off track right there, and we are now going to pit in this lap. We're going to pit in this lap to change to our medium tires, to catch to Charles Leclerc, because he's gonna change to hard tires. And I forgot to change the setting, because I changed some setting to make manual pit stop for this challenge for my second season, unfortunately causing that late turn in there, because I did not set the bindings, unfortunately. So I really apologize for that, and this is a bit error for me also, because I did not turn off the pit limiter while I'm outside when I already binding it up, causing us to lose few tenths of a seconds. And Piastri just overtake us, and his undercut just worked. He just overtake us after the pit lane, and after some chaos on the pit lane, and also because of I changed the controls for the second season as well. Piastri getting away with his undercut. He managed to go ahead in front of us, but remember, he's on hot tires, we're on medium tires, so we're gonna be a little bit faster than Oscar Piastri. So we're currently gaining towards Oscar Piastri until the 9th lap, when all the drivers right behind Oscar Piastri is pitting, and we are currently gaining to our teammate Oscar Piastri just right in front of us. No DRS, of course, because I did not get the DRS right before the final turn just now, but we're currently gaining to Oscar Piastri with his hot tire while we are on medium tires. Of course, we're gonna be a little bit faster. We're currently gaining, and we are right behind Oscar Piastri right now, trying to overtake our teammate. And I don't know if his engineer is like, Oscar Mucris is faster than you. Do you understand? Be faster than you, let him by. But that seems that is not the case, because he's still trying to defend his position, even though I'm using some of my ERS and also using a part of the DRS, and he's still not concede his position, and he's still trying to gaining. As this is the papaya rules, we're gonna almost dive down inside, but we cannot dive down because it's a bit too far. But we still managed to get ahead of Oscar Piastri right here towards the last sector right here. We're going to make a we're getting closer, but Oscar Piastri went too wide, and we're gaining that place. We're gaining that advantage of here going wide, and we're now on second position on lap 10, going to of this Grand Prix, and we're now going to catch Charles Leclerc with our brand new medium tires. It's 3 tenths right now, and we are gaining much more than Charles Leclerc, because the hot tires are not gaining much more pace. But for us, we changed to medium tires, and seems going to work. We are currently reducing the gaps to 3.5 of a second at this point. There's Charles Leclerc right there, and we're getting fourth per sector. So now we're gonna skipping ahead to lap 13 out of 15. 2 laps we almost lost our wares there at that curve. We're almost catching up to Charles Leclerc, just 1.2 seconds behind him, and we're gonna be gaining and gaining and gaining. It's we almost getting the grass right there, the final turn at the pit lane entry there, as we are 2 laps to go. We are on lap 14 right now. We are gaining to Charles Leclerc, who is on hot tires, while we are on the new medium tires. Of course, we're gonna use our battery to charge ahead of Leclerc at this point, and it seems like Leclerc doesn't have any space to just getting away from us with of course with our medium tires, of course, as we are currently gaining and gaining to Charles Leclerc towards the next DRS detection. So we're trying to overtake outside of the track, but we are just went off a bit because of the dirty air. We're trying to brake, but it's too late. We brake too late over there, and we did not manage to overtake him over there. But we're now on DRS zone right now, and we are gaining and gaining to Charles Leclerc. We cannot overtake here because it's gonna be a terrible thing to us, but we are really sticking close, a hair right behind Charles Leclerc. We're now going to overtake him without it. Yeah, that's it. We are a little bit touching there towards the tires of Charles Leclerc. We're gaining a warning for that. Even our race engineer has been yapping about we cannot do that anymore. Basically just like almost like Austrian Grand Prix of Oscar Piastri towards Lando Norris as well there. But we're now heading to the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. It is a very chaotic race. It's a very a lot of things happen, including ourselves have to take in blame of not making space for Lando Norris at the first lap at the turn 3 again, 3 car battle between me, Max Verstappen, and also Lando Norris, causing Lando Norris to retire into the race, while we also are having a little bit problem on our pit stop because of course my controller binding is not working and did not assign because of I changed some of the settings. Of course, Charles Leclerc is going fast in his mediums while we're on a soft, losing pace and losing tire wears as well, alongside with Max Verstappen that's currently catching us there during the early laps of the race. But he's now on fourth position, right behind Oscar Piastri, that is doing undercut on us a lap before our pit lane on lap 8 during the race. But he seems like his undercut working because he's gonna be on the podium with us. He's gonna be third position for us. It's gonna be a big point for McLaren to this race. Unfortunate for Lando Norris for not helping Ferrari towards the constructors point as he's out of the race, and Charles Leclerc will be right behind us with just 2 tenths because of these hot tires. But we are going to win the Australian Grand Prix for the second season of the F1 25 race. What a race, what adventurous race. I think my decision to increase a bit of AI difficulty there is making me a little bit sweaty of playing this Australian Grand Prix.
Now that is important. You get straight in to your competitor's head and they now know that you are the one to beat.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
And I said for the Australian Grand Prix, the result is of course us in the podium. Of course, driver standings you see us in the position. We have me, Leclerc, Piastri, Verstappen, Sainz, Russell, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Antonelli, and Yuki Tsunoda under the top 10. We have Alonso, Doohan, Franco Colapinto, Oli Bame, Bortoleto, Lawson, Albon, Gasly, and Hadja and Norris did not finish the race, which is, it's a bit weird, you know. Hadja did not finish at the last lap, which I saw when I checked the replays. It doesn't show like Haja having problem, maybe because the EA bugs that has been for years for the F1 games, I heard. But anyways, that is it for the F1 25 Australian Grand Prix. Of course, I have to make a bit of adjustment on the controller settings, and also some assists, and also the AI settings and everything. But hopefully for the next one, for the Chinese Grand Prix, will be more interesting than Australian Grand Prix that we had. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.